We all know June is a very, very interesting day. It's going to be a very, very interesting day when it comes to the dividend and the stock split from GameStop, right? Now, I heard about something that I wanted to share with you that may be um, corroborating the idea of the short sellers with some of the names we already know actually behind some of the major downtrend we're seeing on crypto, because they maybe want to start raising money ahead of covering, and that's why we're seeing like Terra Luna, USD, UST, and a bunch of other crypto like Shiba, Dogecoin, and even stocks drop like it's there is no tomorrow. Now, keep in mind, this is just pure speculation from my end, all right? Now, this is a post from Charles Hoskinson. He's the founder of Cardano, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong on that. Please check that out. Now, he said BlackRock and Citadel borrowed 100,000 Bitcoin from Germany. It appears in their loan book. They swapped 25,000 of that Bitcoin into UST, which is another stable coin. This was all done quietly in anticipation of the attack. When the time was right, they called up Do1 at Terra Foundation, which is another coin, and said they wanted to sell a lot of Bitcoin for UST, another stable coin. As it was a large trade, they told him they didn't want to move the market and asked if he would like to buy the large block of Bitcoin at a discount for UST, so just swapping exactly as they do within their pools, like a trade between you and I. Du Kwon took the bait. He gave them a huge chunk of UST, thus lowering the UST liquidity significantly. At that point, BlackRock/Citadel dumped all of the Bitcoin and UST, causing massive slippage and triggering a cascade of forced selling in both assets. The real problem is that BlackRock and Citadel knew that Anchor, which holds a lot of Luna, was a Ponzi scheme. They offered 20% stacking APY for Christ's sake. And this crash will trigger more withdrawals than Anchor can repay. The forced withdrawals and selling will trigger a massive sell-off in Luna, thus furthering breaking the $1 peg and wrecking the market further. BlackRock and Citadel can now buy the Bitcoin back cheaply to repay the loan and pocket the difference. Meanwhile, billions of longs and Bitcoin VAR were wiped out. This was pure market manipulation. Now, if you jump into Coinbase or any other crypto platform, you will see that all of the stable coins, all of the altcoins like Shiba, Dogecoin, Terra, USD, we're talking about something, an asset that used to be at $100 and plus, and it's now is trading around below $1. And if this is true, which I believe it is because it's coming from Charles Hoskinson, is the founder of another major cryptocurrency, which is very popular, will not just speculate on stuff like this, because you can see, on the loan book he's mentioning. Now, this is exactly or very similar to what they did with GameStop and AMC, or very similar to the short selling strategy. Now, you try to do this in order to raise a lot of money, because remember, they are losing on the valuations on the tech stocks, the Netflix, the Peloton, Lululemon, Palantir, Zoom, even the big ones, Apple, Google, Meta, Facebook, whatever. They're losing a ton of money. But on the other side, they are also on the brink of losing a ton of clients, because when clients of such firms are not happy, they get out, because nobody wants to see the worth dropping day after day, week after week, even if you are a company like Citadel or BlackRock. Remember what we shared with you yesterday? So it kind of makes sense up to this point, right? Now, we know that in June, the stock split is coming, and it's going to attach to a dividend. So it's going to pretty much force all the short sellers to get out, triggering a massive shares recall that will drive the share price to skyrocket and finally get us moon time. All right? Now, if they're already losing a ton of money into their stocks, if they're already losing a ton of money into crypto, they needed to find a way to raise additional cash to buy some of these assets that are on sale right now, both in the stock market and the crypto market. Because by doing so, they are guaranteeing significant return. And that additional cash can then maybe help them sustain cover the massive, covering when it comes to the short positions they will need to close out, especially in GameStop and AMC. I mean, pure speculation from my end, but for me, we've seen so much BS and crap in this current market that nothing is actually out of the possibility. Nothing is impossible with these companies, right? So let me know what you think in the comment section. And it sucks, man. It sucks.